Good day, my dear students. I hope you're all healthy and safe, staying at home. My dears, I have come back to you with another lesson, okay, which is Unit 10. As you are all aware, because of the current crisis, we can't continue our studies at school. So that's why we will, continue our studies through, videos, and I hope you all enjoy the lesson. My dear students, before starting with the lesson, I would like to tell you that before going to Unit 10, after Unit 9, you have two stories, okay? One of them is Atlantis, the Lost City, okay? This story. And the second one is We Didn't Mean to Go to Sea, okay? And your homework is, guys, is to choose one of these two stories, okay, and read it with listening, okay, guys? Both of the stories, they come with an audio. I would like you to listen and to read at the same time, because for next lesson, okay, we will go through the story and explain it. Thank you very much. Let's start with today's lesson. Guys, as you all know, in the beginning of a unit, okay, we have a story. So we start the unit with a story. And in this story, we have, some characters, and each story takes place in a different, setting and in a different, country. Okay. This story is about around the world. Okay, let's find out what does it mean, around the world. It says, why is the DSD club at the beach? We all know the DSD club, okay, a group of friends, these friends, they came to the beach. Let's find out why. Picture 1 at the seaside, okay, this is the seaside. Finn says, right, everybody, we are here to see the sand sculpture competition. So they are here to see the competition. The competition is, they are competing to build up, sculptures like this elephant or this car with sand. Okay, you know what sand is. You can go and look around, but I want everyone to meet at 6 o'clock at this sculpture of a car here. Okay? Picture 2, okay, we see, some friends in front of a elephant, sculpture, built with sand. Kate says, they are so amazing. Libby, look at the elephant. Okay, Libby is pointing to the elephant. Picture 3, we have Tom, Kate, and again Tom. Tom says, this one's by a French artist. It says le cheval. That means horse. Okay, this is in French. It means horse. Kate, can you speak French, Tom? That's a discovery. Okay. Tom says, yes, I am bilingual. English and French are both official languages in Canada. Picture 4, okay, you see. Okay, picture 4. Libby says, do you speak any other languages, Tom? Tom, I learned some German at school, but I am not fluent. Okay, meaning, to be fluent, meaning he cannot speak it, well or easily. Picture 5, Ed says, when do we have to meet everyone? Kate, Finn said he wanted everyone to meet at 6 o'clock. Libby, look, what is that? There is something in the water over there. Okay, let's find out what is in the water. Picture 6, Tom says, I think it's a shark. Okay, do you see this? Kate, a shark? Ed, come on, let's go closer and look. Okay, this was the story. Guys, I would like you to listen to the story and read it. Okay, listen to, the characters, how they read, their lines. And I want you to act it. Act like them. And then we have some questions, about the story. I did 3 of them, and the other 3 is on you. Number 1, Finn wants everyone to meet at the horse sculpture, okay, or car sculpture. It was the car sculpture. Number 2, the children look at the elephant sculpture first. Was it giraffe or elephant? Of course, elephant. Number 3, the horse sculpture was made by a dash person, a French person. Okay, so read the other ones and based on the story, do them. Guys, on the next page, page 99, we have some new words. Okay, again, they come with the audio. You can listen to the audio, you know. The speaker reads these, and they have, you know, the definition next to them, you know. Number 1, accent. It's a noun. A way of pronouncing a language that is connected with the place you come from. Okay, someone has British accent, someone has American accent. Okay, bilingual. It's an adjective. When someone is bilingual, meaning they are able to speak 2 languages perfectly, without any problem. Okay, 2 languages, for example, English and Arabic. Dialect is a noun, a form of a language that is spoken in part of a country. For example, we have Sorani dialect and Badini dialects. Okay. Fluent, it's an adjective, able to speak a language very well and easily, when someone is fluent. Mother tongue, the first language you learned to speak as a child. Okay, that is your mother tongue. Our mother tongue is Kurdish. Multilingual. Multilingual is someone who can speak many languages very well. English, Arabic, French, Spanish. Okay. Native speaker. It's a noun, a person who speaks a language as their first language and hasn't learned it as a foreign language. Okay. For example, we are Kurdish native speaker. Okay. A person from England, they are English native speaker. Official language. It's a noun, the language that is used most for communication in a country. So our official language in Kurdistan is Kurdish, for example. Guys, after this, we have, some sentences. They come with blanks. So our job is to fill those blanks with these words. Okay? I did 4 of them, and the other 4, it is on you. It is your homework. Number 1 is done. Look at number 2. The official language of China is Mandarin, but people also speak many other languages. Okay, official language. Number 3, Maria is multilingual because she speaks Spanish, French, Arabic and English. So she speaks many languages. That's why she is multilingual. Number 4, Louis doesn't have a strong Spanish accent. Most people think he is English. So that is accent. Okay, so try to figure out the other, blanks. Use these words, and that's how you do that. Guys, we have something else, working with words. Okay guys, now we have working with words. Okay, and here we have verbs. Okay, cook, deliver, discover, bake, brave. Okay, and nurse, and some of them, like brave is an adjective, and nurse is also a noun and a verb. Okay, and okay guys, so we want to change these okay, into nouns. Okay, we want to make nouns. So what do we add? We add, okay, y. Sometimes we add ry. Sometimes we add y. Okay, but see, if you look at these examples, for example, here we added ery. But here we already have the er, so we only add y. Okay, here we have the er, we only add y. Here we don't have the r, so we add ry. This one ry, this one ry as well. So this makes them noun. For example, cook becomes cookery, deliver delivery, discover discovery, bake bakery, brave bravery, nurse nursery. So it's important for you to know, guys, when you see ery in the end of these words, okay, that means they are nouns. Okay, and if they already have, for example, see, if they already have e and r, you only add y. Okay, if they don't have r and y, you only add r and y. They already have e. Okay, so sometimes, see, sometimes we add ery. Okay, and some other times we only add y. Okay, so that's important for you to know. So these are nouns. They all come from these verbs and adjectives. I hope you understood this well, and then we go to an exercise we have after this. The exercise is we use the verb or the noun, of the same word. Okay, look at the first one. Historians discover or discovery things about the past. So we know after subject, okay, we should have a verb. So we can't say discovery. So we should say discover things about the past. Look at number 2. We do cook or cookery lessons at school. Okay, we already have the verb. So after a verb, we must have a noun. That's why we choose cookery. Look at number 3. We sometimes dash bread at home. Okay, do we have the verb here? No. Sometimes is not a verb. So we use bake. We can't say we sometimes bakery bread at home. So we should say we sometimes bake bread at home. Okay, guys, the other ones, 4, 5, and 6, that's a homework for you. Okay, and if you have any questions, with these, you can comment me below. Thank you. I want you to turn the page now. Okay, go straight to page 102. Okay, guys, in lesson 5, okay, we have a reading as usual. We always have a text in lesson 5 in the other units as well, and we are going to read this. And before reading this, I would like to inform you that today we will not study grammar. Okay, we will leave the grammar, and next lesson we will explain the grammar in detail. Okay, but today we will finish lesson 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's go to the text, languages of the world. Okay, we have some questions. Do you see them in green? And the answers below the questions. The first question, how many languages are there in the world? Okay, the answer is, there are around 5,000 languages spoken in the world. Some of these languages have almost disappeared. Okay, meaning there is no more of them. Disappear, when something disappears, okay, that means it stops existing. Okay, we don't know where it went, or we don't know why there isn't any of that thing anymore. Okay, and only have a few speakers left, but others are still spoken by millions of people. There are many languages which were widely spoken in the past and now no one speaks them anymore. For example, Latin and ancient Greek. Okay, nowadays, okay, in this century, we don't speak Latin or ancient Greek, but in the past, people did. Another question we have, what is the most widely spoken language in the world? Okay, Mandarin is the most widely spoken language in the world. Okay, Mandarin is a language. It is the official language of China, and about 900 million people living there speak it as their native language. Mandarin is also spoken in other Asian countries, such as Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand. So altogether, meaning totally, Mandarin is spoken by almost 15% of the world's population. Population is people. Okay? We have another question. What are the next most widely spoken languages in the world? Hindi, English, and Spanish are each spoken by over 300 million native speakers. Portuguese, Russian, Arabic, Japanese, German, and French each have 100 to 300 million speakers. That's a lot of people, okay? And guys, another question we have. More people speak Chinese than English. So why is English the international language? International meaning is spoken, everywhere in the world, in every country. The reason is perhaps because English is spoken in so many different continents. Continents like Europe is a continent, America is a continent, Australia is a continent, Africa is a continent, Asia is a continent. People in the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, Ireland, and New Zealand speak English as their first language. It is also recognized as an official language in more than 70 countries around the world. Okay? 70 countries around the world. Why do some languages disappear? Why? What is the reason? The answer is international companies often have businesses in different countries. Okay, This is one reason why young people in these countries may learn the more dominant languages of the world and stop learning their own languages. Dominant is a language that is used mostly in a country and that is, more powerful. In the world, English is more powerful than, any other language because it is international. And today about 2,000 languages have less than 1,000 speakers. As time goes on, fewer and fewer people are speaking these languages and soon they may not exist anymore. The last question we have is, how many languages will there be in the future? Some scientists predict that half of the languages spoken in the world today will disappear by the end of the century. 100 years, okay? We call it, a century. As young people stop learning the language of where they came from, okay? Where they come from. So young people stop learning the language where they come from, and they start learning the international language, a language like English. And you can see this is hello, in some, languages. Namaste in Hindi and hola, guten Tagen, in Germany. This is used in Germany. Bonjour in France, I think. And that's it. And we have some questions below. Okay, guys, after the text, we have a question here. And there are, numbers and percentages here. So our job is, to read these sentences and match them. Okay, for example, look at the first one, 5,000. You have to go back to the text and look for 5,000. Okay, 5,000 is F. Let's see the number of languages in the world. There are 5,000 languages. Look at number 2, 900 million. What is this? So the number of people that speak Mandarin in China. So it is E. 15%. What is this 15%? So it is C, the percentage of the world's population that speaks Mandarin. I will leave the others, to you guys. So go back to the text and look for these, numbers. Guys, go to page 103, lesson 6. If you, look closely at the text, okay, you see some words are underlined, okay? Look at these, some words are underlined, and we use these words, these underlined words, to fill these blanks, okay? These are the definition of these words. For example, look at the first one, international. So it's an adjective, meaning worldwide. Use it in all parts of the world. Number 2 is century. Why? 100 years, so it is century. Number 3, dominant. The most used and most powerful for language, dominant language. Continent. One of the 7 main areas of land on Earth. For example, like Europe and Africa. So that is continent. So for the other ones, okay, go back to the text, look at the underlined words, okay, and fill these blanks. That is for you. Guys, for the listening section, okay, you know how we do this. You have to listen to the audio. You have to listen to the audio. Then you can, match these sentences with the speaker. So each speaker says one thing, so you have to match them. Number 1 is done, and I did number 3 for you. Okay, speaker 3, it is B. The speaker wants to go to university in London. Okay, you have to listen to the audio and do the other 2. Okay, without listening to the audio, you can't do this. Okay, if you have to, you can listen 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So we are done with that. Guys, for the speaking section, so in the classroom, okay, we use it to do this, with a partner, okay, asking and, answering. But since you are alone at home, okay, you have to do this, with yourselves, okay. You ask the question and you answer, then choose. These are options. I speak English and, Spanish, for example. Do you enjoy learning new languages? Yes, I do, or no, I don't. Why not? Because I find it, boring or interesting. Okay, and fill the blanks. This is also your homework. Okay, now you know how to do this one as well. I want you to turn the page and go to page 104. This is lesson 7. Okay, guys, we have an advert, okay, for lesson 7, and this lesson is about how to write an advert. What is an advert? Okay, you may ask. Advert is, a film or a piece of, writing. Okay, it tells people about a job or about a service, okay, that someone is, selling. For example, you have a product, okay, you produced a product, and then you make adverts, okay, to let people know that you are selling this product. Okay, it is like they call it in Kurdish reklam. Okay, we write adverts to give information about something and make people interested in it. So our goal is to make people interested in this product we have. Okay, for example, look at this advert. It is Learn English in London. This is an advert about an English course. Okay, would you like to study English in one of the most exciting cities in the world? Okay, this is a question. It starts with a question. Then it gives enough information for people, so people can call up this agency or this organization to participate in that English course. Then come to London and study at the English school. English school, okay, it's like an institute or organization for teaching English in London. Learning English is important for young people today. At the English school, we offer summer courses at all levels for students aged 12 to 18 years. Okay, so their courses are for students between age 12 and 18. All our teachers are native speakers from Britain, Australia and the US. Lessons are fun and lively, and the courses are interesting. Guys, this is very important. To use positive adjective. To use these adjectives to make people, interested in your, project. Okay, in your project or in your course or in your product. So you have to use adjectives like this. Lively, fun, interesting. Then there's an exam at the end of the summer, so you can find out how much you have learned. Okay, this is also another quality of the course. Students stay with friendly local families, okay, families from London, so they can learn about British culture and practice speaking English every day. This is another quality of the course. We also take students on special trips around London. You will learn about British history and all famous sites. Okay, all famous sites inside, London, like the Big Ben and other famous sites. Please phone or write to the school, to the institute, for more information or look on our website. Okay, so this is how an organization or a company or an institute or a language school, okay, advertises. Okay, advertises to let people know about their services. And in the end, there's they write down a special line, a special sentence, okay, so you can remember this advertisement easily. You will learn more than you've ever learned before. So when you read this, and you will remember this, so remembering the advertisement becomes easier when you know this sentence in the end. We have a couple questions. Okay, it says, and we have 2 questions. Where do the teachers come from? Okay, the teachers from this language, course. They come from, US and Australia and Britain. And the second question is, where do the students stay? Okay, we read above with local families, from London. So guys, this is how you write an advert. Okay, you start with the title. Okay, you can also ask, a question. Then you write down enough information about your advert. Okay, and then you finish it with a sentence. Okay, so it makes remembering the advert, easier. Look at exercise 4. It says write A, B or C. A, layout, B, persuasive language, C, important information. So guys, in the advert, the title, Learn English in London, that is the layout. Okay, persuasive language is adjective, the adjective used in the advert, okay, to persuade people, to convince people, okay, to let people know, to make people interested in your product. Important information are these information, okay, this information, okay, this is important for people to know. So the first one is done. Fun and entertainment, what is this? Is this a layout? Okay, is it important information, or is it a persuasive language? Because this is, you know, an adjective. Look at number 3. Courses are in June and July and August. So what is this sentence? What is this information? Okay, so I think it is important information. That's why I wrote C. Number 4. Oxford is a beautiful and historical city. What is this? Do you see adjectives here? Beautiful and historical. Okay, so we said when you see adjectives, that means it is what? Persuasive language. Persuasive language meaning you use adjectives to make people interested, you know, in your you know, services or in your language course. Guys, I left the other ones for you, so you will do them. And also, it's important for me to tell you that go to your workbook. Okay, guys. Now I want you to bring your workbooks, okay, and go to page 90, okay, lesson 7. So, guys, this is your homework, and it is very, very important, okay. So, here's what you do. In exercise 1, okay, it says, look at the table and write notes for an advert for an adventure camp. Okay, so we have to, you know, write notes about, you know, a camp, a camping trip. You all know what, you know, camping trip is. Look at the picture, you know, see, the children are camping, you know, some of them, you know, climbing and swimming and doing other activities. So, where is the camp? For example, see, this is a camping trip I organized. It is near Goja Mountain, for example. When and how long is the the camping trip? It is a week long, and it starts on 10th of April. Okay? Who for? Who is this camping trip for? It is for students and, you know, teachers. Okay? It is for students and teachers. And the activities, okay, that you know, I am planning to do, you know, in the camping, playing football, you know, and barbecuing, you know, cooking food and sightseeing, going to different places, exploring, you know, caves and the surrounding area around the Goja Mountain, for example. Why come? Guys, this is important. When it says why come, that means you have to use adjective, for example, to persuade people to come to this camping trip. It is very enjoyable. Okay, you will have a great time. It will be fun. Okay, it will be a fun experience for all the participants. It will, you know, the view, okay, you know, the view of the area will be breathtaking, meaning will be very, very beautiful. Okay, and this in this way you persuade people to come to your, you know, camping trip. For example, mine is a camping trip. And in the end, think of a rhyme so people remember your advert. So you have to think of a, you know, sentence that is easy and makes people remember your advert. See, guys, I wrote this, so it may, you know, sound a little bit funny, but you know, it is, you know, I could come up with this, and it says, life is bumping, we love camping. Okay, in this way, people will remember my advert. Now, guys, your job is, once you wrote your information inside this table, you come, you know, to exercise 3, and you write down the information here. Okay, for example, you say the camping trip, okay, is near Goja Mountain, and then the camping trip starts, you know, on the 10th of April, and it lasts a week, you know, and then the camping trip is for students and teachers, and the activities, are, people will, play football, they will, barbecue and cook food, they will go sightseeing, and write all of the information here, write it down here like a paragraph. Okay, then write this sentence in the end. Okay, write your sentence to remember the advert in the end. Okay guys, that is your job, and it is very easy and important. Guys, the last thing we do is the review. Okay, it's important for me to tell you that in the review we have 10 questions. Okay, so I answered the first one, so use your opinion to answer the other ones. Okay, look at the first one. It says, noun, the first language you learned to speak as a child. What is the word? It is mother tongue. Okay, when you are little and you learn, a language from your surrounding. Okay, so that is your mother tongue. And do your best to find the answers of the second, the third until the 10th question. When you did that, we have a song here. Okay, it is very interesting and very enjoyable, and the idea of this song is you listen to it, the audio, you listen to the audio, then you order the lines. Okay, for example, I did the first 4 lines, and you will have to do the other ones. Look at what I did. Number 1, my uncle sends us postcards and tells us where he's been. He tells us who he has met and tells us what he has seen. Okay, so this is sentence number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, listen to the song and do the other ones yourselves. Okay, guys, this is how we conclude today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I hope you do the homeworks, and once you're done, put down a comment on the page, and let me know if you have any problems with any of the homeworks in this unit. And I would like to remind you again that we didn't study grammar this lesson. We will do that next lesson in detail. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and I hope you all stay healthy and safe at home. Thank you very much. Bye bye.